Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Frag Camp. Today we're on the PlayStation 4 and we're looking at a free game called Titan Attacks. I got a score of 21,450 on my first try and I got to 12 levels. Let's take a look at this little 9-minute video. 9 minutes 11 seconds by Puppy Games. I like that. And Curve. I wonder which one did what, but anyway, they both did something on it. And basically, Titan Attacks is very inspired by Space Invaders, and I probably said this before on my other channel. I grew up, I'm a child of the dawn of video game era, and I grew up with Space Invaders. And I remember the first time my cousins lived right next door to me. I lived with my grandparents, and we had two houses, one big property. And I remember Eric came home, the youngest one, and he had the Atari 2600, and he took it out of the box and it had the big joystick with the big red handle, and he plugged it into our old black and white TV, and he was putting this green plastic overlay on the TV. I'm like, what are you doing to the TV? He goes, we're going to interact with the TV. And I mean, what do you mean interact? He goes, we're going to play with the TV. And I'm like, what do you mean you play with the TV? You go ABC, NBC, or CBS. I mean, this was before anything, you know. And we were, you know, we didn't have enough money to have a VHS. That was like $1,000. Rich kids had VHS, you know, recorders. If we wanted to record something, we just used the radio and, you know, like a tape cassette player, and kind of like just did the audio and then typed up the scripts and reenacted our favorite TV shows and movies as kids. Yeah, really back in the day, right? So anyway, I remember we were playing Space Invaders, and I was shooting these little alien things with this tank, moving it back and forth, trying not to die, and that was it. I was just hooked on video games. And then finally our aunt caught wind that we were doing this activity that she deemed unproductive. So then my cousin one day said, get your bike and a bunch of quarters, and we lived in the middle of nowhere in rural Connecticut. We rode our bikes down to the local mom and pop store. There was no 7-Eleven or anything, and you know, they had comic books and candy, and you get a whole bag of candy for $1, and comic books were like Tales from the Crypts and stuff were like 10 cents, I think maybe up to 25 cents at some point. Ooh, real expensive. And then they had these arcade machines, and I'm like, what do you do with this? He goes, you put a quarter in it, and it's like you could play you know, Defender and Galaga, still one of my personal favorites, and Pac-Man, and you know. So anyway, that was it, the arcades, and you could be away from parents, a prying eye of parents telling you were, you know, going to be a moral degenerate for playing video games, and here I am today still playing them, you know, and I'll probably play them till the day I die. I'll be like in, you know, the nursing home on my deathbed, just one more block of Minecraft, one more frag in Call of Duty. But anyway, let's go back to Titan Attacks. Yeah, you know what, if you just want something easy and retro, you know, sometimes these games are getting so complicated now that it really feels like work, and you just want, you know, to kind of veg out and have something mindless, you know, on the big screen TV. You're tired of staring at your phone all day and trying to play some small game with the touch screen, and this, you know what, this game's perfect. You know, I really like it. I think the music could be a little more, I think 8-bit it would go with this, but you know, the music works for me. The colors are really nice. You know, I don't know if I like the blurry background, but the mechanics, you know, they were pretty good. You've got, of course, power-ups, and now we're at wave 5 times 5 multiplier active, and you've got these guys that don't move in the middle that give you a lot of money. You know, but anyway, I like the yellow and the green and the, you know, the purple, and music gets a little kind of, I don't know, like, Jap anime, I'm going to call it, that's my term, you know, kind of like that, some of that cheesy Japanese anime, like TV, Saturday morning TV show, kiddie kind of, you know, with a little mix of something else, and anyway, but here we go. We got shields, gunpowder, extra bullets, smart bombs, different add-ons. I mean, everything you could do. More multiplier. Ooh, now the multiplier is deactivated. We're back to the regular ones. And, you know, it's just your basic gameplay mechanics. You know, you move left, right. Don't let yourself get trapped in a corner. You can go in a corner if they're on the opposite corner. And you want to get those little stars that fall. They give you extra points. It's just a really fun basic game, you know, and did I mention it's FREE free in the Sony store? So I mean, that's like my favorite game, you know, especially, you know, these PS4 games get kind of expensive, and you know, $80, you know, pop for some limited edition, $80, $90, $100, you know, $59.99 plus tax, $64, whatever, you know, plus you buy maybe a strategy guide, then you got add-ons, and you got micro DLC that go with the game, you know, I gotta get the skin pack. I mean, these games get kind of expensive, so it's really nice that these little indie developers come along and give us some, you know, freebies like this. And I don't remember if it's free because it's free or free because I'm a PS Plus member, but pretty much if you have a PlayStation 4 these days, oh, I like that little guy, captured the bomb, little guy in the parachute there. It pretty much, if you own a PS4, you've got to be a PS, you have to have the PS Plus, because you know, you need to do everything online these days with these games. Games like Destiny are only online. Basically the disc is a beer coaster if you're not online, and then Call of Duty, of course, you play online elements like the multiplayer. So I mean, pretty much you do everything online, so it's worth paying for it, and you get these little free games like this. Like Pixicat's another really good one I really like. So it's good to have some, like I said, small, mindless kind of games. And it's nice also, a big nod and shout out to indie developers that they keep making games, because games now are getting so expensive, and it'd be really sad. I think a lot of creativity would be stifled if large corporations made every game was like $200 million and that's all we got to play, because as we can see, you know, a $500 million game isn't always as fun as like this little game that some garage developer made. So if you're out there and you're a game developer and you know you feel, oh, I don't have $100 million to make, like, you know, some epic RPG or first-person shooter, or you know, make a little puzzle game, make a little you know, cute platformer, make something simple like a little action game like this. Get out and do it. Don't, you know, get some books on programming, and you know, or go sit in the Barnes and Noble and take notes, or get some from the library and just start out making games. On our PhoenixGenesis.com site, if you root around in the older section of the site, the site's been around almost 15 years, by the way. You'll see some of the little games I made. I programmed some text adventures and just little Catch a Chocobo, and you know, just little tiny little things with you know, different programming tools. I think I did one in Visual Basic. I did another one in C++, some little Java games, you know, some Flash stuff. So, you know, get out and make games, and don't feel that, you know, they have to be really expensive to be fun. Anyway, this is Wave 10. And I got a skill bonus right here. And I'm going to stop talking for a little while and just let you kind of enjoy the gameplay while I go turn my vegetables off. That's it. I finally died in Titan Attack, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I could play some more of it, see how high we could get, or let me know, give me a comment, let me know what your high score was if you enjoyed the game in the comments section. Hit the like button, and please subscribe to both Phoenix Genesis and Frag Camp, and visit our site, PhoenixGenesis.com. Sign